Greetings and salutations, everyone. We are doing a racial heritage armor tier list on a Mother's Day. Obviously, the recording will take a little bit longer to be edited and all that jazz, but welcome, everyone. Welcome to the heritage tier list. This is like a 5-month thing that should have been done 5 months ago, but getting Boximus is it's difficult.
It's a whole saga in itself.
You are the saga, man. This is true.
This is very true. This is very true.
But he and I already have some base notions of where we're ranking these. Some of these are really freaking obvious if you know us. Like, you absolutely know where Orc is going. You know where Pandaren is going, probably. Actually, that's good. That'll be an interesting one. I'm curious where that's gonna land for you. For me, I don't know. I
know exactly where it's landing. But I'll wait because it's the last.
Yeah.
List, so I'll wait before I say anything about it.
I
want to gush about it, but I can't yet. I can't.
We definitely have our biases. I don't think every single one of these is going to be the same. He's doing his own list. I'm doing my own list. But I'm sure he and I will have some very similar things. But let's go ahead and start things off with the debated losing themselves expansion characters of all time, the Blood Elves. Again, we're going to be talking about story and the armor itself. I'll probably throw up an image of what the armor looks like on here, but these icons really help out in the full scope of it. But Blood Elves, so for the story of the Blood Elves, it's very much just kind of going over the events of Warcraft 3. It's kind of just retelling that. And it's being voiced over by Lorthamar, giving nods to, like, Arthas, and it doesn't really bring a lot of new things to the table. It does bring some new stuff, but it's definitely... the thing that's kind of interesting here is the Blood Elves were one of the first races to get their heritage armor. It was the Dwarves and the Blood Elves first, of all time. And it shows, I'd say. It definitely shows more for the Dwarves, but we're gonna get into that later. I would say this is a very difficult first one to rank overall in the grand scheme of it, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the bad tier.
I don't think I'd put it bad, but I don't know if I'd rank it good either. Like I don't think I personally think I don't know because I
wish there was like an average option.
Yeah, like, this is a very
just okay. It is like just okay, like, cause I don't like particularly think the story was bad, and I don't think the set is bad. So technically, like, good might be where I
do think I have an argument for the set thing. It's a decent set overall, but it also is very flat in some areas, and I feel like that's what's doing it for me. That's kind of making it. I think it's a good story, but a bad set for me. And not like in full, like it's one of those things where it's like, if it was just a little less flat, it would be a good set and a good story, which means it would have been good. So it's so close to being good, but I think that I have to put it in good story, but bad set for Blood Elves.
Yeah, I do, Ben, I know this goes against what I was just saying a second ago. I do have to agree with you. I think it's a okay set, but it's not good enough to where I could put it in the good tier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where
the story was perfectly fine. The story, like doing a recap of Warcraft 3, was perfectly fine, especially as one of the first ones. Like, it's just, I don't want to say mid, but it's where I think that's a good ranking. I think that's a good ranking where you have it, because like we saw what we got down the line for a lot of the races.
It's so
good, some bad
yeah.
We'll get into, but yeah.
For one of the first races to get its heritage armor, I would have to say it's definitely one of the better originals. I'd say it's probably one of the better ones in Battle for Azeroth, really, when I think about the story and set. But again, it really needed less flat for it, and I think it needed to, it's one of those things where I wish it was made in Dragonflight, because you know how they have those really nice kilts now, where like it's a pants, but it's also like a robe. Oh man, I really wish that they had that for the Blood Elves. And here's the other thing, one of the things that I think is kind of illegal about the Blood Elf Heritage set, they made a mage set Mr. Pandaria Remix that you could get, or it's that one, like, it's like that trading post set, right? It's like the Kalthos shoulder. Yeah, the Kalthos shit, that makes that set way better. And it makes me mad. It makes me legitimately mad that we have that, and it makes this look not as good. So it's frustrating. But yeah, I think good story, bad set. Not necessarily, like, again, when I say bad set, guys, a lot of these are actually pretty decent sets, but like in the grand scheme of it all, I would have to say it's something along the lines of it's just
where it could land.
It could be better.
Could have been a little bit.
It could be so much better, which is the same with the story. Anyways, we are moving on to Draenei next, and I think that's actually kind of perfect. Blood Elves first, Draenei second.
We got that Shattered Sun Offensive Burning Crusade vibe going.
We're starting out with a Burning Crusade sort of match. That's kind of nice, I think.
I know exactly where this one's going. This is going.
You and me. Yeah, you and me are on the same. Okay, so there is some caveats here, but I don't think I can put anywhere less. I could theoretically put it in good, but it's such a good heritage questline, and the armor was exactly what it needed to be, in my opinion. It's not perfect in some area. Like, that's kind of the thing about heritage armors that kind of sucks is they're not. I know I use the word perfect, but they're not all perfect, sadly. They're not. But I feel like that's the best word to describe how good some of these heritage sets do get. And with the Draenei specifically, and again, we need to always be a little bit more specific with all of these. The Draenei's was based a little bit off of the concept art, which is what I think you and I, before it even came out, we wanted that to be it.
That's what we wanted from it. Yeah.
Yeah, the helm is extra. The helm is kind of a nothing burger to me. Like, it's fine, but it needed to have that pilgrim look that the Draenei, because they're pilgrims. Like, they go from planet to planet trying to escape the Burning Legion. It was. Go ahead.
I really like what they did with the armor, and like I'd be lying if I said I didn't use it on my Draenei all the time, and like. When I was a kid, I always really, really liked that, like, pilgrim art of that one guy. So seeing that in game was very cool for me. And the quest line, too, with the Tishamet. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But
Tishamet,
it was really cool. Tishamet. But the quest line was really good. And honestly, it's almost silly that you can't do that quest line as if you play, like, a Lightforge or something.
Yeah.
Because it's major development for like all Draenei, and there's even special dialogue if you play as one of the penitent skins. For those who haven't done it, it's if you play as a penitent, you get special dialogue, and it continues that storyline from Dragonflight. But it also not only does it like celebrate the heritage of the Draenei and take you to places like Outland, Bloodmist Isle, Exeter, it also sets up the future of the Draenei and where their story is going. So honestly, I couldn't have asked for a more perfect quest line for them for that. But what about you, Ben?
Khono. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know. It's okay. I have learned to accept my many names at this point. But basically very similar to what you said. I mean, it's a very good reflection, and we're not going to get into it for a little while actually with the Orcs. That's a while from now, but it's a good reflection of the Orcs heritage questline, where it's it's celebration, it's a holiday, it's all of these prominent characters. Like, you have, I wish he had. I will say I do wish Akama had a bigger role. That is the one. That's the one only sour point for that whole heritage questline, is they kind of just shoved Akama in. He's at least there, but it's like, ooh, I do think that he needed a bigger role in the quest line, but they kind of gave it to a Hatun, which makes sense. It's just, ever since they added Hatun, it kind of feels like Akama's been playing second fiddle. It's a shame this keeps happening to my favorite characters of certain races, but what can you do? Yeah, it's a very.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
I love that the villain. That's the one thing I think it has a one up for the Orc heritage. Like, as much as I think the Orc heritage is better, I do like that they had a villain. I do like how it was a villain that was...
Spoilers, ban.
They already know.
Khono.
You did it again.
Again.
You did it again. You monster. I'm gonna kill you. Oh god, you're killing me. But yeah, I feel like the Draenei Heritage questline is like exactly what you need it to be, where armor-wise, story-wise, like where every one of the prominent characters shows up. You're in your capital, you're doing things in your capital. It pays nod to the original racial zone, taking down an Eridar or a Doom Maiden. She's a Doom Maiden, right? I think.
Yeah.
By that point,
it was a Doom Maiden.
Yeah, she's not dead either.
To the TBC quest at the end of the zone.
Yeah. She's still alive, technically, because she just got sent back to Twisting Nether, so that's kind of interesting. I do like those little points. But yeah, having a demon as your villain, oh man, I really wish that the Orc Heritage questline, like, had, like, a Korkron guy, or, like, I don't know, freaking Gul'dan's apprentice or something that we would have dealt with.
Like a Monka or something? That would have been
cool. So an orc warlock shows up to challenge Thrall for his role and leadership of the entire orc clans. That could have been cool. Oh, wow. And anyway, it's fine. It's still peak. The Orc Heritage... I don't want to get too much in the Orc Heritage questline when we're talking about the Draenei, but yeah, Draenei was really good. That's all you need to be said. It did a very good job in general. Alright. Now to talk about a race that is near and dear to my heart, but something that Box hates. The Dwarves. Bad story. Bad story. Great armor. It is, okay, the thing about the Dwarves, I'm pretty sure the Dwarves were like the first ever Heritage questline that they ever did, even before the Blood Elves, and holy moly does it show. No voice acting, it's you running around Dunmoreau clicking things as far as I remember. It was very, ooh, I hate to say it, but I think it's one of the worst Heritage questlines story-wise. It's not bad, because the armor is really good. But I do think it's one of the worst stories they did for the Heritage questlines.
So Dwarves are my least favorite race in World of Warcraft. I'm sorry for everyone that plays Dwarves. I've always found them boring, but yeah, I would probably, like, my bias aside to Dwarves, I'd probably agree with that ban. It's a really good set that fits them. But
yeah.
The story is it has the same problem of it being one of the first ones, and that's very disappointing to hear it didn't have voice acting, because I never played through it.
It might have had voice acting at the very end with Muradin, but I don't remember it. It might have, but I did it so long ago that I don't recall. But as far as I know, it had very little. It had no. Obviously, a lot of the ones done in Battle for Azeroth, they had no cutscenes, which is a shame. All of the ones that were made in Dragonflight and War Within. There's only one in War Within, but we'll get to that one. But yeah, all of the Heritage questlines after Battle for Azeroth have a cutscene. The Dwarves didn't have that, and it's just one of those things that's really disappointing. Like it's like Dwarves, because I love Dwarves. Dwarves are my second favorite Alliance race. This is like the one thing me and Box are very different on. It's like one of the big hurdles he and I have to this very day. That I love Dwarves and he doesn't. But I really am upset that they botched Dwarves, because they have such fascinating leaders. You have Moira, you have Falstead, you have Muradin. And really only Muradin has a role here. I think it's a shame. I generally think it is very, if it didn't have a good set like it does, because this is a really great set for Dwarves. I wish Muradin has art of him with his own version of this, and it looks amazing. But yeah, I'd have to say it's a good set, but it's a bad story. It's a shame.
I would put it in the same spot.
And next up, I do like how we have like Alliance and Horde. Like it's never. I think the only.
Did you do that on purpose when you made this?
This is all going by their first letter, dude. It's alphabetical.
That's awesome.
The only time okay, you know what's kind of funny here? You know what the funniest thing is about this list? It's alphabetical, but look at the list. As we go on, it goes Orc, Tauren, Troll. That's the only time it does 3 or Horde in a row.
That is the most horde area of the whole video.
And then we have human and night elf before that, but yeah. Anyways, Forsaken. Forsaken. I wanna... Because I know the story. It's them defending themselves against the Scarlet Crusade in Silverpine. I want to say good. It's a good set.
I think that's where it would land for me too.
It's not perfect, but like it does what it needs to do. Like it's not. It's one of those things where I think the story could have been a little bit stronger, but it's fine. It doesn't. It's not offensive. The set's good.
To call it a bad story. Like that's kind of where I would put it too.
Yeah, it's not a bad. It's not a bad story. It's kind of just good. It like sits in that middle where it's like. It doesn't hurt anyone. I'd like the one of the things I do like about it is if you are a Forsaken loyalist, like you chose Sylvanas at the very end. Sylvanas like gives you a freaking hologram call, and she basically says like stick with the Horde, keep doing what you're doing. Does she do that regardless?
No, I think it's if you were a
loyalist. I think it's just a loyalist. Okay, I could have sworn that there was like she
it
like
might just be dialogue if you talk around or something.
I think there's something where like you can there's different dialogue if you opted out of her loyalty, like you saved Eitrig at the end or something. I forget. That's something that I don't really remember, but yeah, I'd say good. It goes in good.
Yep, I agree with that. I think it's one of those sets. Does what it needs to. The story does what it needs to. It's solid. It's solid.
It's a very solid one. I like that the Desolate Council shows up. I like the overall look. The overall look reminds me of the Banner Bay.
Banner Lady?
Yeah, Banner Bay. She actually has a name. They actually had her show up in the Heritage questline, which was nice. I'm glad that they gave her a name. She's the one who gives Thrall the look, and Thrall gives her the look, and then she, like, lets them in. It was such a powerful frickin' moment. I love that. It really... Dude, the Saurfangs... Oh, man. I don't want to gush too much on the Saurfang stuff, but, man, did that just feel like a really good Horde moment for Forsaken and everyone everywhere? I miss Saurfang.
It made the Forsaken feel... It was a good reminder that the Forsaken are a big part of the Horde.
I loved that... It's one of those things where you once you click in and realize, like, yeah, the Forsaken care about the Horde. They were accepted here. They like the Horde. When Sylvanas was like, the Horde is nothing, like, she forgot that the Forsaken consider themselves Horde. And it's such a really powerful moment. I love it. And then Thrall, like, looks at them, like, he's even debating, like, are you gonna let us in? Are you gonna backstab us? What are you gonna do here? And they're just like, nah, you're heroes to us, too. Saurfang was a hero now. It really reminds me of the Forsaken and Borin Tundra who like got all excited over Saurfang. It makes you wonder if he mourns Saurfang's death too, all things considered. Anyways, we're I don't want to break tangent here with Saurfang stuff. Gnomes.
We could go on for hours.
I love gnomes too. Gnomes are great. They're not as They're not as near and dear to my heart as dwarves and Draenei are, but they're pretty high up there for me. I like them more than humans.
So
this is another... This is another one of those, I'm afraid, where it is a good set. Bad story, I'm afraid. I am afraid that is the case here. This was around the time that Mechatork was not doing so hot. And he was, we couldn't revive him just yet, because the Mechagon stuff hadn't happened yet. So, he wasn't in the story. And it basically was, like, going inside of Mechagon, and I think retrieving something. I'm blanking out on the story for this one more than any other, which is a shame. But that's probably not a good thing, if I don't remember the story at all. Because I don't think there was a really powerful story there. So... I am going to put that in a good set, but a bad story, because it is literally just Mechatork set, and the one big thing about heritage sets, in my opinion, is it either needs to be based off the concept art, or it should be based off your racial leader, or something close. Like, it could be anything that is based off of, it should be deriving from the race itself, and most of the heritage armors do that to a degree. Most of them.
So something I have to ask you: would you put it in front of the dwarfs in terms of a bad story, or worse?
I'd say it's it's a better story. It's a better story,
Okay.
and I'd say a better set. So I'm gonna put it in front of the dwarves in general. Like, the dwarves are still really good. The dwarves have a very, 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 very good set, I'd say.
That's about where I'd put it too, I think. The gnome one.
Mm-hmm.
Just hearing about that, and then...
Now we have the goblins. I do like that we have goblins and gnomes next to each other. That was kind of nice, too. That's another nice little duo race.
Ooh, I liked the goblin one a lot, actually. Where I would probably put the story and... I'm debating on good or perfect for this one, but I think I'm
really
good above
perfect,
Forsaken, above Forsaken.
Holy moly! Okay,
I put it above the Forsaken and good.
I don't think I could put this in perfect, and I'm trying to think if I do. It's one of those things where it's not bad, definitely not bad, because it's got a good story, it's got a good armor to a degree. I think that I do like that it's based off of the original Gazlowe look that he had in the Lord of the Clans game. That's like a crazy callback that they did, the whole like pilot look. The only problem I really have with it are the colors. I don't like that it's red. It should be orange, because the Bilgewater colors are orange. That's like my one big hurdle with this set, but overall I like that it has a different helm. You can have like a goggle look, a non-goggle look.
Yeah, you got two different... That was one of the first sets that gave us a few moving pieces too, which was cool.
I love it when we get different colors for the sets, which we're gonna get into in a bit here with the human one, but that's gonna be an interesting
Draenei did too.
Did the Draenei get other colors? No, they got two.
Yeah,
they got two.
They got an orange and a purple. Orange, blue.
So we didn't. Let me get into the story for the Goblin one real quick, because the Goblin one story is actually, I kind of like how it's got a little bit of a callback to the starting zone, where it's you basically opposing Gallywix, who's trying to take over Crapopolis. And the one thing that everyone was very confused on is, when does this take place narratively? I still to this day I'm not sure, because when this came out, it was after the events of Reckoning, after the events of Saurfang's sacrifice. And that means Gallywix left the Horde and left his trade prince. But the story treats it like he's still the trade prince and still a leader. Otherwise, why are they not arresting him? He was stuck in the suit. So I'd say this took place before then, because I remember they had to delay the Goblin Heritage questline because they wanted the new models for it for some reason.
I would say either 8.2 or just our lore era.
It had to have. I think it would have to have been. I think it would have to have been during Mechagon, probably.
Yeah.
So
I
do think that this is a good one. It's not perfect. It's got some messy issues. I remember when I did this back in the day, my poor goblin did not have, because he was just a fresh level 120, and he was getting his ass kicked. He was getting his butt kicked by Gallywix, and I couldn't do it.
I had a hard time doing it on my Warlock, I remember, too, the first time I did it. I think that was during Shadowlands.
Oh, that's wild. The history repeats itself with different people.
Yeah, it was still tough. I would put it above the Forsaken under God.
I see, the big thing for me is I wish that, well, yeah, I think the big problem with the Goblin one is it needed more Goblin characters besides Hobbart. I know Gazlowe showed up, kinda, but it was a minor role. It was kind of a bit of a pathetic role, if I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna keep it under Forsaken for right now, but it is a very good set still. Anyways, now that we're done with goblins, we're on to humans now, and I think our horde bias is finally gonna start kicking into gear now, because I think this was a bad one, both in terms of what the set looks like and narratively.
Yeah.
And
I think the human one could have been way more than what it was.
it was just, it felt like the human one feels like the most where it's like it could have just been a separate quest line just involving Vanessa, and I love Vanessa Van Cleef. This is like kind of a hard one for me a little bit. Like, I almost want to say it's a bad set, good story, but I think I have to put it in bad just because I think that the set overall is messy color-wise. And look-wise, like, I don't, like, it's definitely a callback to Varian, but it's like, it didn't know what it wanted to be. I feel like it should have, like, devoted itself more to the Varian set from Heroes of the Storm, where it was a lion helm, and it looks way cooler in that version of the set. I feel like if you're gonna dedicate a Varian set, you should push it all the way.
Instead of just doing like bits and pieces, like the
bits and pieces, yeah, just the
yeah.
shoulders. Really, I feel like, I don't know. There's something about the armor of this set that I do not like, and it's a shame. It was kind of the way I was. You remember when I made my heritage video, prediction video in Battle for Azeroth, and I said, please don't do a grunt and a footman. They did a footman here, and it's like
that's.
And
yeah,
here's the
like,
here's the thing.
The
Here's the thing, too. I think the Footman set that they had for Warfronts in Battle for Azeroth, way better. Way better.
Oh, I agree with that. The helm just looks awkward on this human set. Like,
it's
something of...
Yeah. And like, a lot of this is basing it off the full set. Like, if I have to take, like, pieces off, to make it look good, which is a problem for the Orc Heritage set, but I kind of gave the Draenei a pass too, so I feel like I can kind of give the Orc one a pass, but we're not there yet. But yeah, I think this is a bad one. Like, it's just a callback to Onyxia, and like Onyxia stirring during right before the Aberrus patch is interesting. I do think that's kind of cool. There's cool ideas here, but for a human heritage questline not involving Anduin, not involving the other human nations, like, this is like, it's a recipe that could have been really good, and it turned out to be kind of just bland, I think. It's just a classic callback.
And comparing it to, like, what the Orcs got in that same patch.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish I did the human one first and did the Orc one after that day, but oh well. I mean, the Orc one was peak. We're gonna get into that a little bit.
I think
this
it's
might
funny
be
that our lists right now are almost the same.
I hate that. You're supposed to be different from me. You're supposed to be different from me.
The only thing I've done different is the Goblins above the Forsaken. That's it.
I don't like how you and I are very similar. Like, I was kind of hoping the Blood Elf one was going to be our one thing, or the Dwarf one. I feel like you would have put that in bad, honestly, just because.
Nah, I gotta be, you know, not biased here.
I'm okay. The Night Elf one might finally do it. We'll see. We'll see if this one finally does it, because this is the most controversial take I think I'm gonna have today.
I'm gonna say I think this is gonna be good for you.
Oh my god, is it good for you as well? Where is it?
Because I do like I want to say good because I like
Shit.
my Ev, I like the set. Like, it looks good. Yeah, it's probably like below Forsaken and Goblin for me, but it is good. It is a good set. I don't know. The story was fine for me. Like, I
think what's interesting is the placement for us is different, but the tiering is the same. So I would put it above the Forsaken and Goblin one for me because I'm a mega Maiev fan. I remember the big thing about this one was it was bugged when it came out, and that was a shame. But a lot of people didn't like this one. And a lot of people didn't like this one because they were like, where's Tyrande? Why is this such a small stake one? Blah, blah, blah. Like, people did not like this one. Like, people really and like, the thing is, after we got this questline, after we got this Heritage questline, we got the Midrisil patch. And that one was so Night Elf focused, I understood why Blizzard did what they did here. Like, for me, like,
right.
Tyrande is the main character of the Midrisil patch. He's doing a lot of things. Because, like, I remember people were, like, saying, like, oh, why isn't this focus on, like, restoring their home? Like, I think people wanted this to, like, be about, like, Teldrassil more, or a Midrisil more, or something. I mean, Midrisil wasn't a thing yet. I mean, it was teased, right? Like, people... But, like, I think people wanted the Midrisil thing to happen before it happened, which, for obvious reasons, that wouldn't work here, I think. I don't know. I just really liked this one. Like, this one, it's all about Maiev leading the charge and restoring a Moonwell in Feralas. Not Feralas, sorry, Felwood. And that means, like, Felwood could eventually, like, heal. And that's an interesting thing. A lot of these stories, like, tease, like, oh, we didn't even talk about that for the Draenei one. The Draenei one teases a new city, which is peak as hell.
The city. If we get a world revamp, I anticipate that kind of looking like Shattrath with like all the different wings of Draenei and stuff.
Probably better. It's like a mega Shattrath.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm wondering if they're, because like, oh man, that is a good reason why it's perfect too. We're gonna get into the Orc one in a bit, but I just want to wrap up the Night Elf one. Yeah, I think the Night Elf one is overhated. Like,
yeah, I'd agree with that.
I love the armors. The armor set's perfect for a Night Elf. It reminds me of the Warcraft 3 Night Elf and like the Darkshore archers and whatnot that we saw throughout Battle for Azeroth.
I see a lot of Night Elf players using that set too, or pieces from it and stuff. Like, it's just
yeah.
a really good set.
I look, I'm just a Maiev fan, and when we got that Maiev cutscene of her kicking ass and taking names against that Dreadlord, it's too good. It's too good. Like, for me, like, Maiev is like my version of Rexxar for the Alliance, basically. And the thing is, she's kind of like a Batman character too, which is funny because I love Batman. So it's like, it's a running theme. But yeah, I'd say Night Elf has to be good.
I agree with that. That's kind of where it lands for me. You know, like, it's just decent story, good set. Like, that's where it lands. That's where it lands.
All right, this one's the most obvious one of all, guys. I don't even need to like. It's going in perfect. Now, here's the thing. For you, I'm curious. Is it going above Draenei or is it going like after Draenei? Where is that sitting for you?
After.
Oh, my heart.
Draenei one slightly better, but it's very close. Like, it's definitely.
What would you say?
Standards.
What would you say diminishes the Orc one for you compared to the Draenei?
Nothing.
So
the thing that brought the Draenei one up for me was like some of the little nods to like the Penitent we got, and I just love it and stuff like that. It's more of a personal bias.
Okay.
They're very similar in what the stories are, but the Draenei one also has you go to more places, whereas the Koshard, well, it makes sense, is just in Durotar. So like it's
that's not true. You go to Alterac Valley.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you go to
Dracthyr at the start.
Yeah, you go to Dracthyr at the start. It's such a man. The Orc Heritage questline is like.
I'm not saying it's
no. I get it. I just wanted. I want to know why it was ranking below. Like, it's not worse. It's just you have a preference for Draenei a little bit more. I get it. Orcs are my favorite Horde race. Draenei are my favorite Alliance race. So like, it's neck and neck for me a little bit. Well, not really. It's not really neck and neck as much for me, but I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I'd say
finding out about all the orcs and like where their futures are going and stuff too. Like getting to see where all the different clans are at.
They
Some
did
of the
such
orcs sided with Garrosh and stuff. You get to see where their mindsets at. Like, it was really good.
It's a really good. There's so many. Okay, so one, it brought back the Koshard, which was defunct for the longest time. It brought back the Orc clans, which were also defunct for the longest time under Thrall. It gave so many Orc characters that have been missing or not doing anything for years, like Nazgul. Leerrox, Nazgrim shows up, Shokia shows up, Thura, the niece of Sarfang and Broxigar, shows up. We also get Ariok, which for the longest time people were wondering if he was dead or not, and he was finally confirmed to be alive. Rexxar shows up. Garona shows up and is teased to maybe one day lead the Shattered Hands. It's so good, and then they also have you hang out with Darak, Thrall's son. All those ghosts of the orcs that have died over the years, like Sarfang, Ogrim, Gromosh, Draka, Duratan. Like, so many characters just show up. It's a great character piece. It's a great culture piece. And also, on top of that, it teases that Durotar will one day maybe bloom with an oasis starting to show up. So it's like, it teases a revamp for Durotar. It teases so much, so many stories. And like, the orcs are leaving.
A reoccurring thing here, Ban.
Mm-hmm.
Or Khono. All the
What?
ones we like set the stories up for the future.
True. The Blood Elf one is like the closest that like doesn't really set up anything for the future. It's kind of just a nod. It's kind of sad. I will say I think the Blood Elf Heritage set is a very great thing for like a timepiece, because unfortunately I do think it's a bit of a contrast to current day Blood Elves with what we're getting right now in Midnight. It's a shame, but what can you do?
Yeah.
But yeah, Orc was peak. I love that you got to choose your Orc clan, even though if my Orc clan is not existent, but that's okay. The Bladesaws are my baby. I wouldn't want Blizzard to kind of... I mean, if Blizzard ever wanted to make the Bladesaws canon, go right ahead. But, give me creative control. Yeah, just... The Orc Heritage questline, it's one of my favorites. It really set the standard. And I'm glad that we got to see it kind of repeated with the Draenei, at least. There might be a third perfect, and now that I'm looking at what's left for me, but we'll see. Let's move on.
Perfect.
I think I know which one it is, but I could be wrong. We'll see. I'm curious which one of the ones I'm thinking about. It's not that long from now. It's the troll one. I'm curious. Don't say it now. I want it to be revealed.
Oh, yeah,
organically. Anyways, next up is the Tauren, and this might be another controversial one. We'll see. It's not in bad. I can't in good conscience put this in bad, even though I have problems with it. It teases the Shadowlands story, which is unfortunate. It is very much a precursor for Shadowlands for some god knows reason why.
I'm gonna say good set, bad story. That's where I'd put this one.
I hate how... Can we, for one time on this list, have something different? It is, why did I even, like, oh, we're gonna make a big show out of it. We're gonna do something different at the end. We're gonna show off each other's lists. It's freaking just the same, just a different order.
And you didn't even say that one before I did that time. That's just
yeah.
where it's going, you know?
It's a good set. It's a bad story. I like that Bane reunites with Cairn, and that's about it. That's like the best part about the story. I feel like, I don't know, it's just such a weird angle to like tease Shadowlands with the Tauren. Like, I get it, they're very spiritual, but like, I don't know, I feel like I hate to say it, but I think I would have preferred it if the Tauren one was a little bit more like the Blood Elf one, where it more is about their history. It goes into detail about Cairn and his story, and then goes on to shift onto Bane, and Bane reflects on his father's choices and like what he did. Like, you could have... I hate that Battle for Azeroth is when they did the Tauren, because if we had gotten the Tauren for Dragonflight, I feel like we could have gotten a Cairn versus Garrosh cutscene. And it could have been really peak.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Or, like, I think you would have, like, especially because, like, the Bane memes in Shadowlands, or just Oribos too, like, it also hurts it. Like, it just,
It's one of those things where it's like, you should not have made this into, because it's one of those things where a lot of these things are timeless. I really think that the Tauren one is not timeless. It really is hurt by the fact that it's a teaser for Shadowlands. Why did you do that? Like, it's a great set. I love the totem. I love the bone, like, rib chain thing that you got going on the chest.
Is beautiful.
I do. The one thing I don't like about the set, again, I feel like they keep doing this. I feel like they really need to add more colors per set, but I really wish instead of white, it was more like tan or brown. I don't know why they went with white. It's weird. Like, feels more like Frostwolf inspired. Like, what in Mulgore has white fur, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's bordering on almost bad. It's very close. I hate to say it. That's the one of the reasons why I can't, in good conscience, put it in bad, because it is a good set.
Yeah, I couldn't put it in bad. I think the set,
like as much as
too,
it as yeah. It gets improved. Once again, they keep doing this where they like, oh, we're gonna add like set pieces that make the set better. They give you in Dragonflight Bane's totems, and like there's like recolors of it you can get from the trading post and other places. It's really I love those totems, the Bane totems. I call them they could also, I have like a Cairn set that I also use that's really good for it. It's phenomenal. It's one of those weird things, but yeah, I'd say that's a good set in a bad story. It's just unfortunate that it's so reliant and heavy on Shadowlands teasing. Like if Shadowlands was a good expansion, maybe I'd put it higher, but yeah. Okay.
That's kind of where I put that whole.
I do like how we're going. I love that it's Orc Tauren trolls. I really like that. Alphabet
Troll,
being.
I might.
Okay.
The troll one.
Where's that?
Now that we're on that.
Oh, okay.
So this has been the toughest one for me to place because I keep going back and forth between good and perfect. And I kind of want to say it is a perfect one.
God fucking damn it!
But below Draenei and Orc. I think the quest is really good. It gave Rokon the actual thing where it made him feel like the leader of the Darkspear. You get fucking development with Muzala. Frickin' Muzala. It does really cool stuff with the Loa. And the set looks good. The set looks really good. There's multiple variations. I even like the helmet it's cool. It's a cool set.
I'm mad. I'm mad. we're look, this was the one. Okay, I think the only one on here maybe. We'll see. I'm very curious where you're gonna put the Pandaren one. The Worgen one's probably bluntly obvious, but we'll get into that. Okay, for trolls, I'm mirroring very similar words here. Rokon is like one of my favorite trolls outside of Worgen. When they made him the chieftain, I was really like, they really need to lock in and make this guy do chieftain things. I kind of wish that he got his own like celebratory like moment, like you're a chieftain now, and it would have been like a whole like thing. I really wish he got more of like a limelight, more of something when he was named chieftain of the Darkspears. I think I have to agree with it being perfect because it's a really good story. It's a really good set in general. I mean, it's literally just a Vol'jin set. You literally got Vol'jin set here. And that is, again, I will argue, I didn't even get to talk about that with the Orc one. I didn't even get to talk about what the set looks like. You get a wolf pelt. You get a wolf pelt, and it is a little bit mixed in with, like, grunts and stuff, but, like, it also gives Nod a Duratan shoulder, which is really cool.
Different clans.
Different clan colors, too. That's always good. Trolls got 2, just like the Draenei got 2, which is good. More variety is always awesome. They were released
on the same day, too, which is kind of funny.
That was a weird one. I figured Troll and Draenei were going to be next, because Pandaren just felt, like, really awkward. I was wondering if they were going to do, like, Pandaren did cover both sides, but I was wondering if they were going to do Pandaren and Dracthyr, which, by the way, Blizzard, I don't know if you're watching this, but, can you guys do Dracthyr, too, still? I know, I know that, like, that kind of diminishes this video, but, like, it lets us revisit this.
I'd be down for the Dracthyr to get one.
Here, okay, caveat with the Dracthyr one, Blizzard. It needs to fit on their dragon form. I understand that's been a challenge for you guys, but do it. Do it.
Oh, absolutely.
And it needs to fit on their dragon form. I don't know how you can do it, but you should just do it. You don't need to worry about a cloak.
That's a problem with Dracthyr, man. Like, I would play them more if you could, like, actually mog the dragon form.
Thank God we're getting those shoulders finally. I'm really happy about those shoulders that we're finally getting. But yeah, Troll has to go. Trolls are going. Okay, the one thing I know that we might debate over is the Pandaren one. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. But Troll. The stuff that they do with the Troll. Okay, the only downside of the Troll one, and it's kind of having the same issues that the Gnome one had. It should have teased Vol'jin. It should have teased Vol'jin's return at the very least. Like something, like Bwonsamdi mentions, like, oh, it's going to hatch soon, mon. You know, something like that. I don't know. That's the
I
only...
almost like what we got to, how it focused
Well,
more on Rokhan and stuff.
Well, I'm not saying focus on Vol'jin. I'm just saying, like, give a throwaway line about Rokhan asking about Vol'jin and how he's doing in his wild seed or something, you know? Just give an update on that. Like, a brief one line. It doesn't need a lot of attention. It just needs, like, something. Or, like, Muzala, like, threatens to crack the egg or something, and it becomes more important for the Darkspear to do something.
Like a big thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Worgen. Hey guys, it's another human! It's another human! I feel bad for the humans.
Going, from what I remember, the story was not great, was it?
No. It basically...
worse than the humans.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Holy shit, we're the same person. I hate this. We still have the Pandaren to debate over, at least. We still have that. I'm curious where that's gonna go. But let's focus on the Worgen real quick, because I feel like the Worgen needs some attention to detail. The Worgen, one, the set looks goofy. I get that they want to, like, again, it's one of those things where it's like, I know you're paying a nods to Gen, and that's fine, but the colors are off, and it's just, for what you're doing here for the heritage set, it needed to, if you're gonna go for the Gen route, I feel like you should have went for the route for the colors with him, and I think you also could have gone for more Heroes of the Storm Gen then, like Witch Hunter Gen. That's what people were asking for. That's what I was asking for, and instead we got
whatever this was.
And then the story, it's about Tess wanting to be a Worgen, which is cool. I want that. I think that should happen. She's their racial leader. It's like, you should have her as a Worgen. The problem is the story basically goes like, yeah, but being a Worgen would be bad. And that's like basically like the antithesis of like, oh, by the way, being an orc is bad. Being a Draenei is bad. Like, that's basically what the Heritage questline kind of felt like. And like, I get it, like, I get what they're trying to go for, like, it's like, oh, you think being a Worgen will solve all your problems, and like, I think that's good on paper, but like, I feel like you also need to go, like, the advantages, and also, like, why it's important for her to do this. Like, I feel like, I don't know, there's, like, room for something there. I like what they're trying to say, but it just, it drops the ball on what it's trying to say, and I think it's just bad. And that's,
yeah,
unfortunately, 2 bad humans for Heritage questlines. They're the only ones
like
in bad.
They shouldn't make it seem like it's a bad thing being a Worgen. If you're especially playing a Worgen, like, especially after some time has passed, right, where it was seen as like a bad thing in Gilneas for a while, it shouldn't be now. Like, so that's, I think I agree with that. That's bad.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it borders on... I feel like if it just had a different color, it would be a good set, bad story. And if it was a little bit more about... Again, if it was a little bit more dedicated about the goodness of being a Worgen or something, I don't know. It's a tough nut to crack, right? Because, like, being a Worgen would suck. Like, on paper. Like, yeah, it would suck. And you should basically say, like, oh yeah, being a Worgen isn't the greatest thing. But when you're the racial leader, and, like, it's about celebrating that race, I don't know if it's real. Like, I feel like what I would have done here is, like, instead of it being, like, a what if Tess became a Worgen, instead it's Tess becomes a Worgen. Like, she just straight up becomes 100%. One. Like, what I would do, and I know some people would get this is like a very controversial take for a story for Tess. I like Tess. Great character. I want to see her lead her people more. And I love honestly, you know what sucks? I feel like the Reclamation of the Gilnean quest would have been a better Heritage quest line. For them. And I would have had her become a Worgen, either against her will, or to try and take back her city. And you could have made that one Ivar guy who's like kind of a jerk. He's an interesting character, but like I feel like he could have been an interesting villain for Tess to deal with. And you don't kill him though. You keep him as a reoccurring villain. That's what I would have done. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is a bad. It's unfortunate. But
So
that's
now
two
we got-
bads. Now we've
Now
got
we
the
got-
Pandaren. I'm
So-
curious.
So ban.
I'm curious.
I'll start, I guess.
Go
So
ahead, you're
right
the panda
away,
guy.
I would put this above Dark Spear, before Orc, in Perfect. So I think
Finally!
this questline could have been fumbled very easily, but to me it gave me a little bit, as a Pandaren main, it kind of gave me a little bit of everything I wanted. You got G and Asa, you got Lily Stormstar, you got Chen, and you got a really pretty emotional story with Lily and her family, and like it was kind of like a coming home story going back to the Wandering Isle. And then you get a little bit of like a celebration at the end, not as big as like the Kosharg or anything like that, but you know, you see a lot of cool Pandaren. There is a big plot hole with Lorewalker Cho that we can get into after, where he has been to the Wandering Isle before. They
Yeah.
his first time going. But I mean, overall, like the armor set itself, I love the Hawaiian one. I use pieces of it on box, and I love all three variations for Pandaren players. Like I use the neutral one on my monk, like pieces of it. So as far like visually, it's kind of exactly what I wanted out of it. But I was happy with it. I was really nervous about it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Blizzard did a really good job. Like the writers did a good job, except for the Lorewalker Cho thing. But just getting
Ironic.
Firepod Asa, G and Asa's voice actors being back was also peak. I just want to point that out. But
Oh yeah. So I think this is the best thing ever because it's the only one you and I are going to disagree on, I think. And it's at the very
I know where
least.
you're gonna put it.
Where am I going to put it?
You're gonna put a good, high good.
Okay, you're correct about that. And I have a few reasons. I'm going to explain myself. Obviously, perfect means that the set is perfect, the story is perfect. I have problems, not with so much with the story. I have more problems with the way the set kind of looks a little bit. I don't like the weird helm thing with the scarf or paper mask thing. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. It's not doing for me. And I don't like the weird naked chest thing that they did. I don't like that. And with the story, I know I said I didn't have much of a problem with the story. I do think G and Asa taking a back seat for the story kind of makes it not perfect. Kind of just makes it good. It's not bad. It's not making me angry, but I feel like I can't call it perfect because I do have problems with it. I've been sitting on this for 5 months now. So it's one of those things where it's like I like this. Wasn't bad. This is like bordering on perfect. It really is. But I have problems with the way the set kind of looks. But I do like that we get 2 colors, or technically 3, but really it's 2.
I know I always have to put a shirt underneath like the half shirt thing.
I messed up here. Guys, for the icon, I kept the shirt on for Manikou when I take the profile thing. That's not a part of the set. My bad.
Didn't even use box for the icon. Tisk tisk.
I would have had to get you for it.
I will say I think Blizzard with the Pandaren, they kind of wrote themselves into a corner because it's not using G and Asa for so many years. So I feel like the writers felt obligated to use like Chen and Lily just as much as them in the quest line.
I'm glad that they used, like, in terms of characters, they did the right move here where it was mostly Wandering Isles Pandaren. I'm glad about that. I will say, you know how I think the problem, I do know the problem with this, the story is you and I hyped it up over the years of our own version. And unfortunately, unfortunately, I think that has diminishing returns because it's like, oh, I wanted a G and Asa wedding, or I wanted the Wandering Isles to frickin' start dying. and return to.
It was nice to see some G and Asa like romance a little bit.
Sure.
It's kind of just stuff we already knew about them. You know, I think hopefully now that their voice actors are back, they'll get some stuff like in the future. It's cool. Like I really want them to get an actual quest line someday. Outside of this.
Yeah, same. I would really like that. I think they teased, like, maybe something's going on with Pandaria at the end of this. I thought, maybe not. Something.
I don't think they did.
I thought they did. I thought they did. I thought they said something along the lines of, Shenzhen Zhu wants to visit Pandaria. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know.
I think that's what it was. That is what it was.
Yeah.
I like
that could be a
go to
story.
Shenzhen Zhu anytime now.
True. That is a good point. I could get my Cloud Serpent from there too. That was something that I was really happy about, where I could finally tame a green Cloud Serpent. Finally got to have Bannerack. Thank you. Thank you. That is a good thing. That I do like that you can go on there on anyone too. It's not just Pandaren. You could literally roleplay on the Wandering Isles on a non-monk.
That's a nice thing. Like for like a roleplay story, you could have like non-pandas go explore the Isle and stuff. Like, it's cool.
I liked that at the man, that's kind of disappointing. Before Midnight came out, we had a brief period where people were this was before this was when housing when housing came out, so it was really bad timing in my opinion, because you had everyone wanting to roleplay in their houses. Yeah, I did see a few people though role-playing on the Wandering Isles when it first came out. Don't know if people are still doing that. They might be. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone doing it, but hopefully.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Sure. I think that would be. I honestly might host some RPs there now that I'm talking about it. But I think that's the only thing you and I disagreed on, and that's kind of fitting. I think.
Actually, really funny.
That's the only.
Our list was very similar on where we ranked all.
I hate that. I was really hoping there would be like, you'd be like, oh no, I think Blood Elves should go in perfect or good or something. I don't know. I was trying to think of like what was gonna be the race that you disagree with me on, and of course it's the Pandaren one. I
always have a meme where we say same person with a lot of WoW lore takes.
We have way too many. Okay, the only thing I think that you and I disagree on are dwarves.
And Garrosh
and well, yeah, Garrosh here. Well, the thing about Garrosh is like, I think you and I agree with where his story went, with the character. But like, I think that you think that he could have been saved in certain points. I think that he was beyond saving, where he was, basically. But I don't think we want to get into Garrosh topics for the Heritage questline.
No, this was fun. This was actually really fun. This came out differently than I thought too after looking at it, like after the video.
What did you think? I think I already knew where Worgen was gonna go.
I did. That was the only one. Like, I knew where my top 3 were gonna go. Everything else was kind of, you know. The more I thought about Darkspear, I'm like, no, that belongs in perfect. Like, Blood
Elf was a challenging one to start with, actually. Like, generally speaking, like I was close to putting that in good, but
it's very close to being just good for me. It's very close.
It's bordering that. Like, the thing is, at the end of the day, these are all pretty decent. Like, you can. The thing that I like about Heritage sets the most is you can literally like mix and match them with other sets, and you can make them look even better. And I think that's like best. That's the best part about Heritage Heritage sets. I mean, I'm really pleased how this tier list turned out, because I wasn't sure how I was gonna order it initially. But the good story, bad set, good set, bad story was a very good move on my part, I think.
I like that as a section, but yeah, like I agree with you. Like, a lot of role players I play with, like, they'll use bits and pieces of these sets too. Like, I do it on all my characters, to be honest. because they a lot of them fit that like core fantasy that you're looking for from that race. So
Yeah. I think that a lot of these do a good job of representing the races of Warcraft. Like they do all like their jobs. I just think that some of them could have been done better, both armor wise and story wise. Especially like dwarves are a perfect example of like it looks great, armor wise. Like this is like, yeah, when I think of a dwarf in Warcraft, that's what I picture wearing. But in terms of the story, I think that the story for honestly, I don't think I ever got to pitch my dwarf one in terms of what the story should have been. I think it should have been taking back Grim Patrol for the dwarves. That would have been cool.
See, that sounds like it would.
That would have been badass. Exactly. And you would have had the Dark Iron remove the curse with their skills because they're very magically talented. You have the Wild Hammer, who that's their original home. And then I don't know, the Bronzebeards just kick ass and take names. I don't know. And they could have teased Ogron doing stuff. I don't know.
Again, it goes back to that thing. Setting up the future is what it should have done.
Yeah, setting up that's the heritage sets are best when it's setting up the future, and they're timeless and they focus on your racial leader. Those are my favorite ones. Cause like that's why
there's definitely a pattern looking at this. Like,
yeah, looking at Perfect. Perfect is literally doing all of those. Good kind of does that. I think goblins are the only ones that really don't focus too much on your... I mean, it focuses on their racial leader, Gallywix, but...
that's a big thing. It's almost like a poetic thing after the starting zone, so it works.
I will say, I think a saving grace for a lot of heritage sets would be if they were done in Dragonflight and not BFA. That's the sad part of these sets, is most of these would be better if they were done in Dragonflight. Like, they really kicked in they kicked it in the gear with Dragonflight. Like, the quality, like, really... Even though I put human in bad, I don't think I can rightfully say, like, the quest itself is bad. It just doesn't work as a heritage quest, I think, really. Like, the human one's interesting where it's like, if it was not a heritage quest, it'd be a good quest. Like, it'd be fine. I'd say it'd be good, even. But it's a heritage quest, and it really needed to focus on all of the human nations, like the Orcs did. Because the Orc was like, imagine if the Orc one was just about the Frostwolves. Like, that'd be fine, that'd be good, but like, it's not as... It would be badass.
Be as good as what we got.
Yeah.
But that would be a one-off story, like you were saying, it feels like.
Yeah, it would be the Durak questline, which is fine, but like as a heritage questline, it needed to be more. But yeah, I'd say yeah, this is my tier list. It's Orcs and Perfect, Draenei and Perfect.
Man. This whole video has been a long time coming.
I'm pretty sure you and I wanted to do it in 2025. 2024, something like that. I don't know. We constantly were like, should we wait for the Pandaren? Yeah, let's wait for the Pandaren. And we did. And then we finally got it in War Within, and War Within's over. We're in Midnight now. This is a good chance to say, though, Blizzard, you should do more heritage adjacent questlines like the Bane one and Dragonflight. That's a good example. You know what? That's a good example of what the Tauren heritage questline should have been. The Bane questline. Yeah. That's basically what that one was.
That's kind of what I wanted it to be, if I'll be honest with you. I wanted
because it was
that. Like, the Bovan quest was really good.
Rip Bovan. Oh, and we got the Founders of Durotar coming in at the end for that. Oh, ho, ho, 19 years in the waiting. There's so many times where Blizzard's like, hey, let's release a really banger-ass questline. But, yeah, I'd say this is you know, we only had one good story, bad set here. With the Blood Elves.
And you know what, Ben? I think it's kind of, in reflection, it's good to see most of these were good, you know?
Oh, yeah, the let's see, let me count how many. So we had 1, 2, 3...
There weren't a lot of misses.
4,
really.
5, 6, 7. We had 7. I think only... I'm trying to see... I could be wrong about this.
Like, as far as the... There wasn't really
a lot of misses, which
is nice.
I think Goblins were the only ones who managed to escape their BFA fate. Here. Looking at it.
Yeah.
I think goblins are the only, because the rest of these that are in good and perfect are from Dragonflight. And then blood elves, gnomes, dwarves, and Tauren, those guys, and Worgen, those guys were in Battle for Azeroth. And humans are the only ones from Dragonflight who missed the mark. Interestingly, that's fascinating. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Obviously, the Pandaren didn't land in perfect. That's like the only one you and I disagree on. But I will say, Pandaren were very close to being perfect. I don't like that chest piece and helm. And I don't like the lack of G and Asa. G and Asa needed to be more in the Heritage questline for me, for it to be perfect. Because Chen and Lily are awesome. Oh, that's another thing. I am very happy that Lily's kind of being like Lorewalker Cho's like apprentice for lorewalking. I didn't really think she was a lorewalker, but if they want to go that route for her instead of being a pirate, sure. I think that's kind of cool, actually. I'm
down for that.
I am sad by the lack of Cho, but I'm guessing his voice actor is either busy or retiring. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that internal stuff, maybe. But I'm glad we finally got to do this. And
me too, Ben. Or Khono. Poetic ending.
Oh my god, 3 times! I'm gonna kill you!
Poetic ending. But no, I am too, man. I feel like this has been one we've wanted to do for a while. It's nice, kind of. Like I said, it turned out differently than I thought it was going to.
What did you think it was going to be? Like
I don't really know, to be honest. Maybe some of the good set bad story ones higher.
The good set bad story.
On reflection, they're pretty bad. Like the story for those ones.
I think what's holding those ones back is literally just because they were the early Heritage sets. Like, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good art-wise. Like, there's very few bad sets here in terms of, like, the way they look. The thing that's sad about the Worgen one, and I didn't make mention of this until now, we literally just got a bunch of, like, trading post sets that are Gilnean themed, and they look way better color-wise.
They do.
Than the Heritage set.
This month,
I think one of my friends on Blue Sky said something along the lines of, "Oh, the Worgen finally got their Heritage set."
Oh my goodness.
And the thing about the human one that I don't like, too, is we needed more colors that reflected the human kingdoms, like purple for Dalaran. I know the Koltirans are technically, they're an allied race, but, like, we could have gotten some green in there.
Like,
yeah.
if they wanted to make, like, a Gilneas set, they could have done the different human kingdoms. Like, that's,
That's
like,
what they should have
more on
done.
the Worgen piece of the Worgen one. Like, it's just things like that, It's just...
It's the small thing. Like, I want more colors for the Orc clans, too, but... Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Ben, thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate it as always. I said it again.
You called me Ban a 4th time.
Khono, thank you
You owe me,
much
like,
for having me on.
You owe me 54 pizzas every time you call me Ban.
5,000 pizzas, 5,000 pizzas.
That's a lot of pizzas. That's a lot of cheese pizzas for me. I love cheese pizzas. Thank you for,
pizzas.
Sure, I'll take pepperoni pizzas too. Thank you for joining the Khono Chronos tier list, Boxmas Prime. You are always welcome on the channel, always the best co-host. I'll probably have you on in the future for some other tier list someday. Maybe we'll do an allied race one if this one does well. We'll see. But it was good to have you. I think we did a very good job. Yeah, send me over your stuff when this is all wrapped up. But yeah, I'd say this is a good way to end it. And thank you for joining us and hearing us ramble on about Heritage sets and quest lines and whatnot. If the Dracthyr get one, we'll revisit this. We'll revisit this. Maybe we'll feel differently. Or maybe we won't.
Dun dun dun.
We probably won't feel that different.
No, it'll probably be the same.
We'll probably just be like, okay, let's revisit our tier lists and add the Dracthyr. That's probably what it will be. We'll probably make a whole video about it. Anyways, I've been rambling on it long enough. It's really hot, and I want to open a window. Bye!
Bye.